All right, welcome back. This is the second week of the Buzzing Invitational Fantasy League podcast. I apologize for last week. Just had a busy schedule. Mike's birthday was last week, so happy 33rd to him.
Yeah,
Before we get started today, we're gonna read off our sponsorship. Today's podcast is going to be sponsored by DoorDash. DoorDash get pretty much anything delivered to your door in as little as 30 minutes. There's actually some local DoorDashers in the league, so you might even see them show up. Use promo code Ants Marching for $25 off your first order. That's Ants Marching. All right, Mike. So we're gonna get into it here. Skip last week. We're just gonna jump into what happened this past weekend. So. I have a recap from last week's games.
cool.
I'm going to play that a little later. We're going to talk about this week's matchup. So a lot of shake up, a lot of teams that were 0 and 4 down and out, and some undefeated teams that lost. So let's see what this week brings.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Did you want to talk about that other podcast first, or?
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. So there is another league, and the podcast is called the Crybaby Podcast, hosted by Jesse Del Valle. There's a few members. I know Rick, Mark, Craig, I believe Ed and Dave are in this league as well. Jeff's been doing a great job with his podcast. I think it's been on for a couple years now. And I listened the other day, and he is trying to have a crossover with the Buzzard Invitational podcast. So we're talking about some things, and we're gonna see if we can get some ideas flowing and get something going.
Cool. Yeah, I'm pumped. All right, well, I'll start here with the Big Butler bids and the Hankin Schrader matchup here. Um, Big Butler bids, obviously, in my opinion, biggest fraud team in the league. Um, they do have some injury issues right now. In his lineup, he has Purdy, Pearsall, Kamara, all hurt right now, all unsure if they're going to play. Kamara got hurt yesterday in practice. Don't know what his status is going to be, but he has some people he can put in for Kamara, so I'm not really worried about that. He is missing Nico Collins, CJ Stroud with a bye week. Um, Brenton Strange went to IR. That kind of hurts, but he put it in Joku, which I think is fine. They use like two tight ends there.
Yeah.
But I mean, the team this week, man, I just don't really Big Butler. I just don't say. I mean, he's only projected 108 points. I mean, and if one or
That's about his average though.
yeah, and if one or two of these guys don't play, I really don't see him getting 100 points. Um, I think Kanky Schrader seems pretty good. He's had some bad luck, 2 and 3. Um, his bench isn't the greatest, but if he gets CeeDee Lamb back, kind of helps out here. But I mean, Diggs has been good. Olave's been getting the catches, not the yards. Um, he is starting two tight ends this week, which is not my favorite thing to do. But I mean, I don't know if he really has another option. I mean, I guess unless CeeDee Lamb plays, I don't think he's gonna. But um, I think if Jaden Daniels plays, and I mean, he doesn't really have too many injuries, I think he wins this game pretty easily.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this Big Butler Biz team is definitely fraudulent. This division, it's up for grabs too. I don't see them. I see them in a couple weeks ending up in third place in this division.
I
Plus,
agree.
with a loss here, if Baker Mayfield pulls one out, another loss. I don't know who Butler Biz is playing next week, but I could definitely, with all these injuries, San Fran's just questionable, and he has a lot of
I don't
those
know what's up
players.
with Fran, man.
What's that?
And Fran's a big question mark right now.
Always a question mark. Always a question mark. So were you saying Hank and Strader by a lot?
Um, I think if Purdy or Kamara doesn't play, it's gonna be by a lot. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a 10 to 15 point game, but I see Schrader winning. I don't think he blows him out, but I don't. I mean, I think Daniels, A Chain, Diggs,
All
a
right.
lot is just way like better than any of his four players. So
I agree. Yeah, they're pretty solid. I feel their floor is pretty high, so they should be fine. They're 10 point plus players. All right, so we're gonna move on to the ants marching versus the beekeepers. Uh, ants marching. I played him last week. He put up a lineup that was complete ass and almost beat me. I mean, he played Xavier Baguette that had point 0.2 points on the year, I'm pretty sure, and
Balled
gets a
out.
touchdown first drive or second drive.
Yeah.
Ended up pulling it out, but 1-4 Ants. I'm in another league with Ants, and he's in the Crybaby League that I was talking about. And I heard on that podcast that Ants is catching fire. Ants actually looks pretty good here. Kyler Murray's a big question mark for him, but he picked up Darren Waller. That was a massive pickup. Another guy playing two tight ends this week. Um, he really doesn't have anything else. I mean, oh, the big flop for Ants last week was for Thursday night. The guy picks up Kendrick Bourne and doesn't play him, and he's leaving him on his bench again this week.
Yeah, that was wild.
So I don't know if he's fearing that he's not going to do anything again. I don't know. I mean, he's sitting Chase Brown. It's a bold move, but it needs to be done because that guy is because he's going to wait to see if Flacco can what Flacco's going to do there. And then your team, it's really just going to depend on Lamar. I don't know. Is he playing?
I don't think so.
Oh, so you rolling with Jackson?
No, no,
Oh,
he
he's
was
gone.
dropped instantly. He was dropped instantly.
Oh, okay. I don't know why. He got 18 points.
He sucks, man.
All right. All right. But yeah, you're starting.
I'll roll with Caleb.
All right. Yeah, I mean, the only question mark I see for you is Jameson Williams. That's a guy, I don't know if you want to keep playing him.
No, I'll give him away for a bag of Skittles. I mean,
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I would too. But I do have a fun fact about this. So I was researching a little league history this past week and went through all the matchups and you versus Craig all time. You've faced off 5 times. You've won four.
oh, that's no surprise, man.
Okay, and I'm sorry. That was from 20 that was up until 2020.
Oh, okay.
Um before that, so total it would be he's won he's 2-5 and you were 5-2 all time. I was a little shocked by that.
Yeah, when I first came into this league, the first 2 years were really bad.
That's true. That's true.
Really
And
bad.
that's when he got you
Yeah.
early on. So would you
One
say
out.
would you say that you have done just as well a job as the ants?
Um, no, I mean he's the leader in championships, right?
Yes.
I can't
Did he have the first championship when you were here?
think so.
Okay. Oh yeah, he did. He did. Okay, so
Yeah,
so if you get another one, would you compare yourself to ants?
yeah, I would.
Okay.
I feel I'm all after the first. I've always been up at least up there contending.
You are contending usually. So another thing I just wanted to throw out before we go to the next matchup. We have a lot of team changes and team names, or yeah, different team names going on.
Oh,
I've
wow,
noticed that the only people that don't change their names are the Budzicks.
that is true.
Yeah, Wacky Waving has been Wacky Waving for Ants has been there. Bruce has had the Storm forever. I don't see Big Butler Bids changing their name. The
No,
only one I guess we can hope for is Hanking Schrader. Yeah, he's changed his name, so
yeah,
give it up to him. But I don't know. I feel it's boring with that.
yeah.
Frankie changed his name every year. Dave's got Mr. Girth. So
I mean, the Ants marching song's been out for how many years now, man?
yeah, and it's about. I mean, the main guy in it has a lot of legal issues and might be in prison. Do you know about Mr. Tinsley?
I didn't hear about that. I know who he is, but something. What did he do?
Yeah, let's just say it's about little boys.
Oh
So
God,
I don't know why you're sticking with a name that's about
yeah. You actually have to change it, man.
that's I'm that he's it's more nostalgic for him,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
yeah. But last thing I'll say on this matchup, I mean, Projected to be pretty close. I mean, if Zay Flowers and Lamar both sit, I have no shot. I I think I lose two in a row here. I don't think I win this week.
Yeah, I think Ants is hot. I think Ants is going to pull this out. They're going to be pretty consistent. He has McMillan is I feel getting better and better every week. He's playing Dallas,
Yeah,
and I think he has 10 plus point players all around. So
yeah, I think
I
he
think
beats.
you go down.
Yep. All right, next matchup. We'll go over to handshakes in the storm. Um, you don't have a kicker in right now, but I'm sure you'll figure it
Yeah, yeah. I'm waiting to pick one up.
out. Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to make some trades, and people aren't responding or just declining them and not.
Yeah.
So
Uh, I mean, it's pretty crazy. Drake Mays became a 20 point a week guy. He's pretty good. I mean, the way he plays is pretty solid. Um, he actually has receivers to throw the ball to. His tight ends are decent. Henry just catches a lot of stuff. I really like Drake May. Abuka's just been unbelievable.
yeah,
20 points a week. Uh, just literally insane. Shaheed really stepped up for you last week. Um, your team's really solid. Brock Bowers is just for kind of screwing you. You never know.
yeah. No, it's hurting bad. I have a complete, and I have Rasheed Rice sitting on the bench. I mean, my two best players are potentially sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
So
Um,
sucks.
but I mean, you have solid. I mean, Taylor, even when they're up 50, still plays. Like they don't bench him. So like, I don't know. Your team's pretty solid. I think you win pretty easily this week. Um, Storm with the big upset last week. I fumbled the bag without Lamar, so I was all lost. But I mean, he's starting Hassan Haskins. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
Um, Waddle does get a big jump with no Tyreek, but is he really gonna do what he did last week every week? Um,
I don't see
I don't
that.
know. You're projected a tie, but that's without you having a kicker. I don't know. I don't really see this being too close.
No, I don't either. I mean, I see Herbert could do well versus Miami, but Herbert puts up stats, but at the same time doesn't put up fantasy points.
No,
You
right?
look at his fantasy point, he never breaks 20. I think it was like maybe 1 week this year. Same thing with previous years.
Yeah.
He's a consistent 15. That's about it.
Yep.
Yeah, starting Haskins is bad. I don't, how does he doesn't have any running backs, damn. Jalen Warren might play. So, and Jefferson's on a bye. So I do see that. But, uh, another fun fact about this game, all time, I'm 4-8 versus Bruce. In the past 5 years since 2020, I am 0-5.
That's crazy.
Which in these all these matchups, when I did the research, nobody was ever in the same division, which is weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. So it's just a bunch of teams, not really rivals. So, but yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. It's just Bruce gets me every time. I don't know how. I feel I always have a better team than him, but he just pulls it out. So I mean, he's kind of has to win here. Starting, I mean, going 1-5, that's not ideal.
I mean, if he wins, he's right back in the mix. So
He is, yeah. You just have to. Here are 2 wins. This league was like this last year. I was looking at the standings. I think the last place team had like 5, 6 wins last year.
yeah,
It
right.
was really, Craig had 9 wins and he was the 1 seed. So
That's actually pretty crazy.
yeah, so we're always pretty even here. All right, so I'm gonna go to over to fucked again, Ed
Yeah.
and Team Scoops. Ed 4-1, leading the division. This is Rick's chance to tie him. Rick's been on a little heater. Since the last time I talked about Rick, I'm going to issue an apology.
Yep.
I was talking shit on him and about not playing Dubes. He didn't play Dubes again and just beat my ass. Absolutely beat my ass. His team is actually pretty solid right now. He has Jake Ferguson might be
Best
end
player.
up being top 3 tight end on the year. Javonte Williams, I'm waiting for that guy to fall off, and
Hey,
he,
even when CD comes back, he might end tight end one. He's literally
yeah, he might, he might, he just gets so many targets. It doesn't even matter because they're not even targeting uh Pickens that much. He just keeps going to him. I mean, Saquon's always a solid player. Garrett Wilson's coming into his own. He caught a late touchdown last week, helped
yep.
Scoops, but Pittman's been a 10-point guy. Josh Allen's Josh Allen. So I like Scoops going forward a lot. His bench isn't bad either. Kareem Hunt is a big time sleeper for him. Rashad White now.
Yeah.
So Rick has some weapons. Go Dare on his benches. Travis Hunter. Any of those guys can pop off at any minute. So I
Yeah.
actually told Rick to pick up Dowdle last week. He was on a work call, unfortunately, because I didn't want Craig to pick him up. Thank God he didn't, because he actually would have beat me. But we're going to head over to Ed. 4-1. Ed's receiving core is still the best in the league. Nakua, Jackson Smith, I mean,
Yeah.
and Gibbs. The con and with Genty coming on the scene now, we skipped that week, but that was his big week, 30 plus points. Baker's
Unbelievable.
yeah, he just that guy just keeps winning. And the problem is for fantasy wise, he's losing in the fourth quarter, has to throw the whole time. So he's getting 10 extra points in the fourth quarter every game.
Yep.
So I love him as a fantasy player. His bench, however, is not great. I mean, he has Kittle on his IR right now. That hurts. He has a bunch of San Fran. His three San Francisco wide receivers, and none of them can just stay healthy.
Yep.
And yeah, he's got to work on a bench. But looking at this matchup, I feel it's going to be. I couldn't even pick a winner, honestly. I really couldn't. I think this is a dead even matchup. Puka could tear up Baltimore,
Yep.
but
Almost so bad.
Rick's matchups, Ferguson's playing Carolina. That could be, and same thing with Williams. That could be another 30, 40 point week from those two total. So I'm calling this one a coin flip. This is dead even for the division.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen in that game, but I do I really, really like Ed's team going forward.
What are you concerned with the bench at all? Does he need some bench depth?
Yeah, I am, but dude, I mean, when it all comes down to it, he's off to a good start, and these stars, I don't see them fading. His stars are going to remain stars, um, as long as they stay healthy. I mean, it's Mayfield, Nakua, JSN, Gibbs, Genty is such a sick core that
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
it is. It is. So I have Rick and Scoops or Ed and Scoops have played 5 times, and Ed is 4-1 all time versus Scoops. And I've made fun of Scoops. Yeah, Scoops' record is terrible this week. He is 20-36 in the 56 games that he's played prior to this year. But I ran some numbers, and on the active people in this league, excluding the two brothers here, not Craig and Mark, or me and Matt, Michael and
Right.
Ryan. Craig has average points for per year. Craig's at 1667. Second place is Rick at 1624.
Crazy.
20-36 too. Unbelievable. So
Bad luck.
Rick's a guy that he doesn't look like a threat, but he can put up points. He can hang with the big dogs. So I could definitely see him pulling this out.
Yeah. All right. What's the last matchup here?
We got a couple more. We got McAnus versus Mark
Okay.
and Girth versus Matt.
All right. I'll take Girth versus Matt here. Um, quickly, these two teams fighting stay relevant here. Um, Matt's kind of back, back to 3-2, but Dave, 1-4 there. They both need a win. Um, but these teams just well, just looking at them and they don't really like catch my eye completely. I think Matt's team's getting better from when I played them. Chase might be back. McConkey might be back. He gets Jacobs back from the bye week. Um, I know he's projected to lose. His quarterback, I guess, is kind of beat, but like he has Fields in over Jones. I don't know if I would do that, but if they're going to be down, I guess maybe Fields can get those, garbage 10 points like you were talking about with Baker. Um, Dave's team's okay. I mean, he has all the old heads. I mean, besides Adunze, it's Mahomes, Cup, Henry, Kelsey, Debo. I mean, that team would have been good 5 years ago. But somehow they've all stayed healthy. Dave's projected to win, but I think Matt comes away with it. I think his stars prevail today. I think Chase, McConkey, Kyron, Jacobs are enough points to outlast his Dave's old heads.
Yeah, no, Dave has some old heads on his team. But he has a great. The one thing I'd be concerned about if I'm the Baked Mayfields is the Mahomes Kelsey matchup. I
Yeah,
don't like Kelsey this year. I think he's older, but Mahomes is actually having a really good fantasy year.
yeah, he is.
And they're playing Detroit. That's a game where I could see it being 45-40, something like that.
Yeah,
So Kelsey's not getting 10 catches a game, yes, but I could. He's going to go to the guy that he relies on. I feel Detroit's probably not the best team over the middle. Their coverage isn't the greatest. So I think that Kelsey's going to get the ball a lot. Derrick Henry, he's a question mark going forward just with if Lamar's playing or not. The
agreed.
Ravens are just a question mark in general. They're so banged up. I don't, versus the Rams, they might be playing from behind. So he might not be as effective as people think. And then Debo Rome matchup. I like those two. But I think McConkey's due for a big game here soon. You're right. I think he's coming back. They got to start going to him. I mean, with Hampton out, I don't think the run game's going to exist, even though Harbaugh loves it. You're not running trash cans all over the place. So yeah, I give the slight edge to Baked. All right, and last matchup we have McAnus versus Wacky. So start this off. Frank and Mark have played 6 times. Or, I'm sorry, 8 times. Frank is 3-5. Mark's 5-3.
Okay,
So
pretty decent.
Mark's team's actually pretty solid. I like his team a lot. St. Brown, having St. Brown and Cook as your core is great. Jalen Hurts, 20 point in a week guy. Mark Andrews, that's where he's going to struggle at. He's going to fall off with him because he's going to get less balls, I think, going forward with likely back. He doesn't really have another tight end on the team. Juwan Johnson is there, but I don't know what he's going to do with Taysom Hill coming back now.
Yeah,
But Mark's biggest issue is Brian Thomas. He needs him to get going and start doing something. Because if
yeah,
he can have him, Quentin Johnson, St. Brown, that's a really good receiving core going forward, and that's going to make him a threat. But if he doesn't come back and he's going to lose out on points on his tight end, I think Wacky's going to struggle a little bit. McAnus, Denver's playing the Jets. I like Bo Nix and Sutton to get big points this week. Warren's playing Arizona. Arizona is the complete trash. It's going to come down. I feel if Dowdle starts this week and Hubbard doesn't play, I'm going to give the edge. I'm going to give the edge to McAnus.
I agree.
Yeah, I think because of what he did last week, and Dallas is just god awful on defense. He could easily put up another 20, 30
And
points.
it's a revenge game.
And it's a revenge game. Great points. So, all right, yeah, we'll go with McAnus on that one then.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're gonna take a little break here. We're gonna do a new segment, fastest few minutes. We're gonna recap. last week's game real quick,
Cool.
and we'll get back. We kick off week 5 with the undefeated Big Butler Bids versus the 2-2 Team Scoops. Big Butler Bids was on cloud 9 with CJ Stroud's 4 touchdown passes and won the fellow teammate Nico Collins. But as the day went on, things got strange. Team Scoops had Garrett Wilson catching Mrs. Fields cookies from Justin with under 2 minutes left in the game. And Javonte Williams and Jake Fergie Ferguson had Big Butler Bids saying, "Big girls don't cry," as Team Scoops takes the victory, 147-114. Now we have Mr. Girth versus Wacky Waving Arms. Mr. Girth looking for his first victory on the year with his old man team, and sure enough, those old men came to play. Travis Kelce and Deebo Samuel both pulling in a touchdown, and Patrick Mahomes topping 30 fantasy points for the first time this year, as Wacky Waving Arms couldn't get anything cooking, as he only had 3 players above 10. Mr. Girth 124, Wacky Waving 86. Next up, we have the undefeated Beekeepers versus the defeated Storm. Beekeepers' Jackson Dart came out hot, throwing bullseyes left and right in the first half. But in the second, Tone had a better chance of finding his eyes down in Melville than Jackson Dart finding a receiver. But hold on, Christian DK McCaffrey hauled in 8 balls and put up 28 points to keep the Beekeeper season alive. But there was a storm of brewing, and Justin Jefferson and Devonta Smith combined for 38 points, and they were able to waddle off the victory, 112-106. Next up, we have the phony handshakes versus the Ants marching. The Ants marching come out a little banged up this week, but 2020 Vision's Samuel Pizza had something to say about that. New pickup Darren Waller puts up a big 19, but his lineup wasn't pitch perfect as he left Anna Kendrick Bourne on his bench with 24. But the phony handshakes came in hot. Jonathan Tim the Toll Man Taylor ran to the end zone 3 times to show everyone the house that he built. And also Baker Mayfield scrambled out to find Egbuka for 2 touchdowns. Phony handshakes 143. Ants marching 120. Next we have McGanus versus Baked Mayfield. Rico Bosco Dowdle must have been off his meds as he ran for over 200 yards and 34 fantasy points. But McGanus' quarterback Bo Nix was hitting the wrong receivers. He connected with Baked Mayfield's Evan Ingram for a touchdown. And Kyron Williams, Jamar Chase, and Justin Fields put up a total of 90 as Baked Mayfield looked like Laramie Tunsil on draft day, getting high points for the week. 161-135. And finally, we have Fucked Again versus Hanking Schrader. Stephon Diggs led the charge for Hanking Schrader with 24 points, but Fucked Again said, "Give me another win," as Jackson Smith-Njigba and Puka Nacua combined for 51. And Fucked Again Mayfield in his position in first place in this league. Fucked Again 143, Hanking Schrader 102. All right, we're back. So we're going to go through the power rankings going forward. I'm going to have Mike kick it off, and he's going to go one by one. We'll start with the last place team first.
Last place. All right, cool. Yeah, last place team. I mean, even though Storm beat me, I got to keep him down there. It's just, I mean, it's just power. I mean, his team might be better now, but got to keep him at 12. I mean, he has only 500 points this whole year. I mean, through 5 weeks, it's just number just a little low. So I got to keep him down at the bottom, even though he had a really big win. I have him at 12 right now. 11. I'm heading over to Girth. I mean, his team's not horrible, like I said, with the old heads, but I mean, it's just kind of the same situation. You just if they stay healthy, but his hasn't really scored a lot of points yet. But I mean, 1-4 is just tough to be.
Yeah, I mean, I would add to that he just he doesn't have the depth either. He has no one on his bench, so I mean he's working with what he's got, and it's not great to begin with. So
Yeah. 10,
I would agree with that.
heading up to Ants.
Ants.
Yeah. Just tough to put him any higher right now. I mean, he's still 1-4. I know his team's kind of hot. I think he's going to beat me this week, which will jump him up more. But just going into this week, I got to keep him down there. I mean, it's tough to put a 1-4 team above anyone else, but that's the only reason I have him at 10.
Are you factoring in the coaching ability of these teams as well?
Still kind of. I mean, it is early in the year. I mean, maybe in the coming weeks with bye weeks, that's when you got to make the tough decisions. I mean, it's not hard putting in your first 9 draft picks first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Now with injuries and bye weeks, we can factor more of that in coming weeks. But this is right now the way I made these is just based on performance and roster.
Yeah, I think Ants is going to change a lot. I feel he's going to end up trying to get Puka from Ed or something, or Jackson Smith in the Jigba. That's my
I
prediction.
know, yeah, that we gotta as a league we gotta prevent that from happening. So
Yeah, it usually happens. I mean, last year, I mean, I'm just going to talk about Ants real quick if people don't know what happened this year and last year with me and Ants. I'm pretty friendly with Ants, I feel. In the other league that we did a dynasty league, and I helped Ants out. He missed his draft pick. It was a 2 hour per pick draft. It went on all weekend, and he ended up drafting Golden. He didn't have a running back. I ended up giving him James Cook on a pretty good deal. I was feeling nice. And last year, we had a deal in place for Trey McBride, I believe, and I'm hitting him up, and he says that he has to go. He's like, dude, I got to shower. Like, hold on a second. Just ghost me. All of a sudden, I look at my phone and I see that him and Ed did a deal for Trey McBride. No callback or nothing. It's like I had a hot date Friday night, and I just got blown. I showed up for drinks, had a few drinks, and he's never showed up. So, and then this year, it wasn't really a big deal, but it's kind of the principle. We go to Wisconsin for my bachelor party in August, and we are heading out. We could drive to Chicago. We're sitting at the airport, sitting at the bar, and I'm telling Craig, I'm like, "Hey, draft's coming up. Who you liking?" And we kind of discuss, and we say, "Hey, I'm going to tell you a player, and you tell me a player." And just don't take those guys if we're on the same page with that. He's like, yeah. And he tells me who he wanted. I tell him that I wanted Calvin Ridley. Show up at the draft. Mind you, I flew across the country for this draft just to show up. Show up. Someone calls out Calvin Ridley, and I bid on him. Corner of my eye, I see Craig. Now he's a few beers deep, going like this to everybody. Bid him up. The only player he did that with me, to me with. So.
pretty
That's all
fun.
I gotta say. I just want to relay that message to everybody watching and everybody in this league that ants can't really be trusted.
Kind of
So
pretty scummy.
he is. I mean, he has 2 championships. I can't make fun of him. I have one playoff win the whole time I've been in this league. I'm pretty sure, maybe two. So I can't say anything about his game, but I just don't appreciate how he handles business. So
Yeah, I don't like that either, man.
yeah. So I'll head back to you though. We're on 9.
All right, so here's where the power rankings get real tough. Bunch of 2-3, 3-2 teams. Um, it's just it's hard, but I like next team I'd have to go is with McAnus. Uh, I had him down there at 8. Um, the Bo Nix Cortland Sutton thing's kind of working, but I mean Bijan's solid. He's gotten lucky with that. I don't know. I just I don't know. I just don't see him being a playoff team.
No, he has not. He has Warren, which Warren is another guy that could be just like Ferguson, top 3 at the end of the year. Outside, yeah, he is. I mean, Bucky Irving is hurt. I don't know when he's coming back.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, but receiver wise, yeah, he's working with absolute garbage. Dowdle's only going to work for maybe another week. So he's really, yeah. I mean, most of these guys he has on his team, you can pick up on waiver wire.
Yeah,
So yeah, I would agree with that. He doesn't have a great history either of in this league. He went defeated before, if people didn't know that.
yeah.
He did not win one game.
which
Still tried, at least. I give him credit for that, but
he did try even when yeah, I
just a
agree.
bad. I mean, it wasn't. He knows. Frankie knows his stuff. I'm not saying he doesn't. It's just that it just was an unfortunate year for him.
Yeah. It's really tough for me to even rank these next like couple teams, but I did put Wacky at 7. I still think he's a border. Or wait, 8. Where am
Yeah,
I?
that's a
8. I still think he's can make the playoffs, but the only thing with his team is just like depth. I mean, Hurts, Amon Ra, Cook are sweet, but everyone else is just a question mark this year to me. I don't know. I I just his seems just a big question mark face for me. So I just didn't know where to put him.
I would put him there. I think Mark hovers in the 7, 8, or anywhere from the 8, 6 range always because we'll get these numbers here. Mark is 500 lifetime in the league, um, but again, minus Michael and Ryan. Um, Mark is one of two teams without a playoff win. Him and Rick are the only two, and Mark has been in the league for a long time. So.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'd leave him there. I mean, the guy he always it looks like he has a good team, and they end up getting injured, and he can't put it together.
Yeah. Coming in 7, so this will be all the teams that I think are going to miss. Big Butler Bids, I have him 7th. Um, I just think his team is the most fraudulent fantasy team in this league. He also made one of the worst trades I think I've ever seen. Um, so that bumped him out. He traded a rookie that was in a high powered offense for a running back who's 75 years old, led by Spencer Rattler. Um, so no offense, but that was an absolute steal by Team Phony over here.
It
Uh,
was, it was, but the problem for him, like I said at the time, I don't think it was the worst trade in the world. He has a bunch of receivers that are pretty good.
I think he has a bunch of average receivers. I mean,
I wouldn't say that. Well,
AJ
yeah, I
Brown
wouldn't say that.
is trash. Devontae Adams is good, but he's not getting you more than 15 points. Pearsall, if healthy, not getting you more than 12 points.
Yes, he is. Pearsall's getting more than 12 points, dude.
No.
What are you talking about? He gets it. They have nobody else.
I mean, I guess when he plays, he is a 15-point guy.
Yeah, Purcell's a 15-point guy. He's a great player to have. I'd love to have him on my team. It's the Niner thing. It's just they
Yeah.
can't stay healthy.
AJ Brown is becoming useless, like literally useless. I don't know if he turns a corner. But yeah, I just think this team is just it's really bad. I mean, I know they're 4-1. He's second. He had his points. He has more. I don't know if I've ever seen. You're 4-1. You have more points allowed than points for. I just don't know how that's possible.
I checked it last week. I went, oh wow, he's off by 7. Who did he play this week?
Um,
Forget.
he beat
Or he lost.
he lost to what's it? I just looked for
Oh,
Scoops.
Scoops beat him pretty bad. Okay, so I think it was, let's see, 33. He was like a 25-point difference between points for and points against at 4-0.
Yeah,
But this is a first for me. I have never seen somebody have a negative point differential that has 3 more wins than losses.
he actually has the second least points for.
He does. Wow, behind Bruce.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and he's about
Oh,
time with Ants.
that is just all-time sun running. I mean, you can't get luckier than that in a fantasy league. I know fantasy is a lot of luck, but still, you can't be luckier than that. I mean, that is just unbelievable. I mean, again, nothing personal here, but this is just the most fraudulent fantasy team I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, I can't say that. I've seen some fraudulent fantasy teams, but
Yeah, but
It's
he
pretty
thinks
bad.
I bet you if you ask him, he's going to tell you his team's good. That's what makes it fraudulent for me. I mean, there's been bad teams, but that's why it's fraudulent. And
Okay.
that trade, man, I mean, it's just that if you win the league, that could be a league ruiner.
Yeah, I don't see him winning the league by any
Oh,
means.
if you win the league,
If
that's
I, why, oh, me? Oh, yeah, it could be. I mean, I'm due.
yeah. But I'm just saying, like that really catapulted your team, man.
It's it. Well, I would say that I am the best GM in this league, hands down.
Maybe the most persistent GM.
I would say the best GM. I mean, the amount of what I've turned teams into is I
All
turn I turn a shrimp into a lobster, as Big Sean would say.
right. All right.
So, I mean, do we? I'll just go through what I did last year. I was working with nothing. I end up with. I didn't even make the playoffs last year somehow with this team. Jefferson, Hill, A Chain, Kraft, Chase Brown, Rashad White, Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins. Nico Collins and Neighbors were on my bench.
Oh God,
My team was so good.
and you missed the playoffs.
Missed the playoffs. 6-8. I mean, that wasn't the team the full year. I had to work and get that team, but it just, I don't know what to say there. It just didn't work out for me.
All right, well, let's finish.
1,800 total points.
That is a lot of points. That's great.
It's a ton of points.
All right, so now to the playoff teams. Um, sixth, I have uh, we have some baked Mayfields. Are we at six?
Yeah, we're at 6.
Yeah, bacon Mayfields. Like I said, he has some decent stars. I just don't. His quarterback's just a question mark with Fields and Danny Dimes. In my opinion, Dimes is a better quarterback right now, but I don't know the matchups. I don't know. Fields maybe can get some garbage. Like Fields had like 0 fantasy points in the first half last week and finished for what almost 25.
Yeah.
Um, so
Yeah,
maybe
he's
yeah,
a question mark. I mean, he is Mixon. He doesn't really have a bench. He has Mixon if he ever comes back. The big thing for Baked, Baked has experience. He is the second most playoff wins out of this bunch behind Craig with 4. Um, it comes down to Chase. If Chase performs like the number one player last year, I think he cruises through this division. I mean,
I agree.
last year he was big Butler bids, but Hanking Schrader, he he's a solid GM, but I think Matt and the Baked Mayfields will take that division.
Yeah. Do you think it's an upgrade with Flacco?
For who?
Chase.
Who?
Jamar Chase. Do you think
Oh, Jamar Chase. I would think so. I just don't know what their line. I think he's gonna die.
terrible?
Yeah, their line stinks, so I think he might die. So if he does, then yeah, I would say currently no, because he has a good chance of dying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you might get 3 weeks of production. What?
Browning was really bad, but he
Browning stinks. I don't know why they didn't go get Jameis Winston. If they had Jameis Winston, Jamar Chase is going to lead the league in everything.
yeah, well they said they only called the Browns. They didn't call the Giants, which is really they could even got
No,
to Russ.
well, no one wants Dangerous, dude.
He's better than Browning.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Browning's not great, but Danger Russ is not. He's not the vibe that Cincy needs. I lived in Cincy, dude. Trust me.
Oh, God.
That's not what that he would get ran out of town there.
Hmm.
So, all right. So who you got at 5?
Five, we got or I switched off the list here. Five, I have Phony.
Okay.
I got Phony there. Or wait, no. Well, I missed the team here. Who haven't we talked about yet?
Ed. Scoops, me, you.
McAnus.
You already said McAnus. Mark. Did you say Mark?
I said Mark. No, I don't think I said Mc. No, I did say McAnus. Who did I miss?
You go Hanking Schrader?
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, that's who I want. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't have Schrader. Yeah, I have Schrader at 5. I know he's 2 and 3. For some reason, I just like his team. I don't know why. Um, I think with CD coming back, his stars are going to help him prevail. I think Drake May and Diggs is a solid combo. A Chain just continues to get points. Um, he's one though. I have him just ahead of Bake right now. But I still think Bake's probably going to win the division just based on history.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think Jaden Daniels is going to be sweet. So I just have Hanking just slightly above Baked right now, but I could he Hanking could easily end up at 10th in 3 weeks. So
I don't think he ends up 10, man. I think that, I mean, he doesn't have another running back. That's
his
his issue.
depth bad is what's a little concerning.
Yeah, and A Chain can get hurt. I love A Chain. He's my favorite running back, but he can get hurt any minute.
I know he's so
Um, McBride, I love McBride. I love his team on paper. It's just it sucks because Arizona is terrible and they don't know how to use anybody. Fortunately, he does have Kincaid, so I think he's pretty solid there. I like the receivers. They're not the best in the league, but they're pretty consistent, and
right.
that's what you need to win. So if he can somehow get another running back, that's what he needs to do. Because I don't. Jaden Daniels is only going to get better as he comes back from injury.
Also on a 3 game losing streak, so it's tough keeping him high. But I don't know, just for some reason I just don't mind his team.
No, I don't. I actually don't mind his team at all. He just his bench is a little weak. So as long as CD comes back, he'll be fine. He just has to get another running back somehow.
Yeah. And then at 4, I have the handshakes. I just feel like this is a solid team all around. Ekabu could put you over the top there. You just have a bunch of guys that get you consistent 10, 15 points. You have a bunch of guys you can always plug and play on your bench. Rasheed Rice is coming back. I mean, every guy except Keandre Miller could probably start in a league. Um, I just think your depth is going to help you really prevail through these bye weeks and help you navigate injuries. Um, that's why I have you at 4. I just think you're a solidified playoff team, and
Yeah, that's all I can say, dude. I'm not. I can't say anything else about myself. I haven't proven anything.
yeah, I mean,
I mean,
I just think your team is just very solid.
yeah. No, I think it's good. I mean, I finally have a top like three player, which is I'm a little more confident this year than previous years with Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
Which I didn't even want him. I didn't want to take him. He went for like $20. Ended up getting him. So
Yeah, that's looking like the steal of the draft.
that was crazy. Yeah, and then I mean, if Brock Bowers is healthy and playing well, I'm a threat. But with him on the bench, Calvin Ridley's another question mark, and Scadaboo with Tracy coming back. I don't think he steals that many touches, but it's definitely gonna lighten his workload. So. I see myself. Maybe I don't think I'm gonna win the division just because Scoops and Ed are looking pretty solid this year.
Yeah, that's
But
why is my top 2. I have me at 3.
yeah, all right, all right.
Yeah, so I'm moving on to 3. That's Ed the Beekeepers. Um, I loved my team 3 weeks ago. Now I'm just not. I don't love it as much. With Lamar getting hurt, the Ravens are just a super huge question mark. I was getting great work with Pickens without CD. CD might be back. Zay Flowers has been very inconsistent. The only player I can really count on right now is CMC, but he can get hurt at the drop of a dime. I don't have any good tight ends. Jamison Williams is one of the worst receivers in the league. Um, One of the bright spots of my team though is Judkins. The dude just runs hard. He's been solid since signing. Um, Ramondre Stevenson fumbles more than anyone I've ever seen, but he still gets all the touches. So Trevion Henderson's
Yeah,
pretty useless.
don't
Paul
understand that.
Spears is back, so I lost the Pollard narrative. Jordan Addison is hated by all his coaches, and they keep benching him. So I don't even know if you can play him. And then I'm probably gonna have to. And I got screwed. I mean, I screwed myself by taking the quarterbacks with the same bye, and of course they didn't have the same bye, but Lamar got hurt on my other quarterback's
Yeah.
bye. Um, I do like Caleb going forward, but I didn't want to have to play him except when Lamar doesn't play. So um, I think I lose this week, go to 4-2. I mean, my team's okay. It puts up points, but I just don't think it's better than Scoops and Ed's team right now.
I think you're gonna have to. I mean, it just depends on Jackson and Flowers. I think you're gonna have to shake something up just because you kind of have a bunch of mid players right now.
Mid, yeah, so mid.
I mean, Pickens, yeah, like you said, him and Williams are just, they're kind of similar with their touches. Pickens doesn't get a lot of touches when CD's in there.
Right.
So, yeah, you got to do it. I feel you got to do a 2-for-1 somehow. Get a little better player, at least someone that's consistent.
Yeah.
You'll be okay.
On to my number two team, Scoops. Um, I don't know how he's the second best team in the league, but he is. Um, Allen solid, Marvin Harrison Jr. solid. Garrett Wilson keeps getting garbage time points. Saquon didn't touch the ball last week for some reason, so I'm sure they'll feed him this week. Ferguson, I think, is
Still
going to be
got 17.
what?
Still got 18
He
points.
still got 18
Yeah,
points.
it doesn't matter. He's going to get 15 points minimum.
Ferguson, I think, is going to end up being tight end one. He literally somehow gets 7 receptions a game, and
Yeah.
that's guaranteeing you almost 15 points. Um, Javonte Williams has been a huge surprise.
Yeah.
He's
And Corbin Blue
he,
isn't playing at all.
he has blisters all over his body or something.
Yeah, he got blisters on his fingers, and yeah, he can't play. So I
Yeah,
don't see. Yeah, this guy's not stopping. He's a 10-point minimum guy at least.
at least. Yeah, Corbin Blue might have to stick to singing.
Yep.
Um, Pittman Jr. He's not going to get you more than 12, but he kind of always gets you 10. I mean, he's just he's not my favorite receiver. I mean, I'd probably put him like Dubes or Hunter over him, or actually, I'd definitely put in Rashad White
This week,
at least.
yes.
I mean, his but again, it's another team. His depth is solid. He can put in pretty much anyone. Kareem Hunt's been really good. I mean, I
Yeah,
just think he's
he's
second best team. I don't see Rick having too much trouble with this league.
no Rick should cruise through. I mean, the depth, and that's the thing is the depth's key with all these injuries. And Rick was looking bad. I thought his team kind of sucked to begin with, but now it's coming around that I would definitely put him in top two.
Yeah. And then number one, I got fucked again. Um, Mayfield. It's just what I said earlier. His stars can carry him. I think even with his depth not being the best, like where I think Rick's bench is way better. But Mayfield, Nakua, JSN, Gibbs, Genty, I think is